What if the internet suddenly died forever? This is not a story about a power outage or a server farm going dark. This is about total, final, and irreversible death. Imagine a sudden, absolute silence washing over the world's network infrastructure, a catastrophic cascade that makes the very concept of data transmission impossible. No signal, no packet, no connection, ever again. What would happen in the critical first 72 hours? And how would human civilization reorganize when its digital nervous system is completely severed? The moment of death would likely be marked by an anticlimactic error message: connection interrupted. It would hit the financial markets first, instantaneously vaporizing trillions of dollars. Stock exchanges, relying on milliseconds of data transfer, would simply cease functioning. Trades would fail. Automated high-frequency trading programs would crash. And bank records, the digitized ledgers confirming ownership of billions, would become inaccessible, effectively locking the global economy in a deep freeze. People wouldn't panic over their savings immediately. They'd panic over their inability to pay for coffee. Credit card systems, digital wallets, and mobile payments would all be inert. The entire electronic commerce infrastructure, from Amazon to the corner shop's POS terminal, would be useless. The world instantly reverts to cash, but the supply of paper money is pitifully small and distributed entirely wrong for this new reality. Within the first day, the operational paralysis would spread. Modern logistics are entirely reliant on the internet. Trucks are routed by GPS and connected dashboards. Trains are scheduled through automated systems. International shipping containers are tracked across continents using connected ports. All these systems would grind to a halt. Supply chains would snap like dry twigs. Groceries would stop moving from farms to distribution centers, and gasoline would stop flowing to pumps, not because the resources are gone, but because the system designed to coordinate their movement is blind and deaf. Panic would set in as shelves empty, not due to lack of goods, but lack of information. The biggest, most existential crisis would be energy. Modern power grids, especially those managing renewable sources, are intricately balanced by real-time internet data. Without this command structure, grids would become unstable. Operators, suddenly forced to manage enormous, complex networks manually, would have no choice but to initiate rolling blackouts or complete system shutdowns to prevent massive catastrophic failures. Darkness would fall over large cities, exacerbating the fear and crippling the ability of first responders and communication centers to function. The 72-hour mark would be defined by the failure of secondary communications. Landlines and traditional radio waves would see a massive, impossible surge in traffic, quickly overwhelming and collapsing those older, localized systems. People would become isolated. Distant loved ones would become unreachable. The massive loss of information, from medical records to historical archives, would start to register as an unbearable collective trauma. The internet wasn't just a toy, it was the world's memory and its central library. Its death means entire fields of knowledge are instantly restricted to those who own physical copies of books or local servers. In the long run, society would fracture and then begin the agonizing process of rebuilding a low-information, high-friction world. Nations would be forced to create entirely new, localized telecommunication infrastructures using point-to-point radio and slow, robust landlines, likely based on obsolete standards. Governance would decentralize, as rapid command and control from a central capital would become impossible. Economic exchange would rely on decentralized local currencies, bartering, and renewed trust networks. The highly specialized nature of modern society, where you only need to know one small thing, would become a massive liability. Generalists, survivalists, engineers who can fix analog systems, and farmers who can grow food without satellite data would become the most valuable people on the planet. The world would not end, but the age of instantaneity would.